Hey guys, welcome to Keep On Pushing Stories. Yeah, man, where we tell you real life stories of persistence and growth. And with the hope that we're going to inspire you to do the same and live your best life. And today, I'm really excited to welcome Marjorie Kavanagh to Keep On Pushing Stories. Welcome, Marjorie.
Hi, Devon. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. So tell us, what do you do? How do you serve and bring value to your clients?
Okay, well, I'm founder and owner of Panoramic Resumes. We're a career management and marketing firm in New Jersey. And what we do is we help people find the jobs that they want to secure that has meaning for them. And it's in two areas. Number one, the writing area. So we provide resumes, LinkedIn profiles, cover letters, bios, and then we provide coaching services um, like job interview, LinkedIn strategy, job search. So we kind of give the whole package, the full service to really help them find the job that they're looking for. And that was actually a good question, Devin, like what is the value that I bring to my clients? I am fiercely competitive for my clients. I want them to succeed. So I see my work not as a transaction, but as a full service. So I'd like to think I differentiate myself with full engagement and collaboration with my clients so that, and with kind of with coaching built in, so that when our process is over, they understand their value and can articulate it really to the world, whether it's online or during a job interview. So I think that's really the big value that I bring.
Indeed, indeed. Sounds like that they're getting a really good value from you. I'm happy to hear that. So how does someone find you?
They can find me in a number of ways. My website is panoramicresumes.com. And I'm also on LinkedIn. They can find me as Marjorie Kavanagh. And my phone number is 732-977-4401.
Awesome. Cool. So, hey, let's get down to the meat of the matter here, Marjorie. We want to know your keep on pushing story. We want to hear of a time when you had to overcome a significant challenge or you had to push yourself out of your comfort zone to go accomplish something amazing. So please do tell us your keep
Okay.
on pushing story.
Okay, so I'm picking part B, where I had to come out of my comfort zone. So people who know me today are always very surprised to learn that I spent more than half my life being horribly shy, terribly shy. And it so much so that it held me back in college. It held me back from any kind of social life in college. Professionally, if I had to go to a business meeting or sit in a conference room with people where I had to contribute, it was all that I could do just to sit there. So at some point in my career, I was in my first job as a recruiter, a corporate recruiter, and I was offered a promotion to management reporting to the HR director, who at that time was not a very nice person. And I'll just leave it there. So when I was sitting with her, deciding whether or not I was going to accept the job, my first push moment was, okay, if I'm going to work for this woman, I have to change. I have to do something because I will not survive in this role and I want to be successful. So I literally saw a light switch in my head and I flicked it. It was a visual thing for me and I stepped up to the plate. We ended up having a very good relationship and did very well. So that was one piece along the way. Mm-hmm. The next piece was when I had my child, who's now in his 20s. After several years, we discovered he had many chronic illnesses. And although I wanted to return to work, I realized I couldn't return to a full-time job. I had to try to reinvent myself from home. And the only way I found that I would be satisfied was to help people kind of in my same career. So I came on the other side of the desk and started Panoramic Resumes. And I thought, so I did everything. I built the website, I had everything ready. And I thought, oh my God, how am I going to sit across from these, really great professionals? What do I have to offer? And so that was another push of, put yourself out there. You obviously know something that they need, and just do the best you can. Fast forward to about 3 years ago, where a very good friend introduced me to a business networking group called BNI, which is where you and I met.
Mm-hmm.
And it took him about 6 months to convince me that I could do well in this group. But the thought of having to present myself every single week to a group and to talk about my business sparked so much fear in me. But I thought, not the light switch, I thought, take the leap. Take the leap. What do you have to lose? And through these significant points in my career, and others too, but these were the most significant, I really feel like they've brought me where I am today. If you would have asked me 3 years ago to do this with you, the answer would have been no.
Yeah.
I would have like turned red and tried to figure out how to even tell you no, but it would have been no.
Mm-hmm.
But I found the key to this, and I think this is what I impart to my clients, is having the confidence. Push yourself. Find what your value is, and then find your confidence in that, and you will move forward.
Indeed, because we all have value. And I think sometimes the challenge is that we undervalue ourselves and we don't think
Right.
we are worthy.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can get that light switch to go off, or I tell people all the time, leap, man, jump off the cliff and learn to fly on your way down, right? It's just like, if you just like throw yourself into it, then you have no choice but to learn.
Right.
So on that note, what did you learn from those experiences?
You know what? I learned that, so looking back, and as I would go through all of these things and be very nervous, I would say, okay, but Marjorie, you've never really failed terribly before. Like, we all make mistakes. But I learned through all of these experiences that I do have something to offer to the world. And it's okay to take a risk, even if it's something new. Because really, what's the worst that can happen? Maybe you don't do so well, or maybe you ask for something and the answer is no. But I think I've found myself just being ready to take the risk no matter what. Kind of like you, right? Like training for the bobsled. Where
Yeah.
did you find snow?
Yeah, but you're right though. I ask that question all the time, and I encourage people to ask it. And what's the worst that can happen? I mean, you're not going to be really worse off than where you were before if you're told no, or if you failed.
Right.
In fact, you would have learned a lesson from the failure. You should have learned a lesson.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not how I should do it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Correct.
awesome.
Correct. And another message that I always have in my head is, well, it's not brain surgery, so.
It is. You're absolutely right. My staff sergeant at Sandhurst, when I was doing my military training, would go, "You don't need the brains of an archbishop," So you just do it, man. And that's one of the messages that I hope that people will get from our interaction here, that it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be apprehensive and anxious, but don't rob yourself. Imagine if you hadn't decided to take that leap when you're offered the job, you wouldn't be here today.
That's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah, I just, found a way at some point to just steal your word, push.
All right. Thank you so much, Marjorie, for that keep on pushing story. Very inspiring and lots of lessons to learn from you.
Thank
Hey
you for having
guys,
me today.
if you enjoyed this, please leave a comment. And if you haven't done so yet, subscribe and hit that notification button. And just as importantly, share it. Don't keep it. Your friends want to be inspired as well. So make sure you spread the good word. Thanks again. And as always, keep on pushing.